Hello, everybody. Welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Mr. G. I'm your meteorologist. Thank you for joining me on your Wednesday evening here. I hope you guys all had a great day and a great night ahead, and that the rest of your week is successful as well. Look at the beautiful city of Minneapolis in the background. We are covering Minneapolis and St. Paul today. You see those clouds in the sky, the sun peeking out behind those clouds. We had some thunderstorms this afternoon move across town. We saw some heavy showers about 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. On my way home, I had to deal with those showers and storms with very large raindrops, some heavy tropical downpours. Down here across the Twin Cities, we did get storms from the heat island effect because we don't have any active triggers in the area for the most part, but because the city was hotter than the surrounding countryside, that warm air lifted up in the atmosphere, and there was just enough cold, unstable air aloft to interact with that warm, moist air that's rising because the city is very hot and generating a lot of heat from the sun. We were able to develop those thunderstorms that dropped a lot of heavy rainfall in a very short period of time, but we're seeing all that dissipate as the sun begins to set. So that was an interesting feature for this afternoon. It's very rare to see across the Twin Cities. It can happen at night in many areas where you get the heat island effect, and that can lead to thunderstorms in the nighttime hours. But we did see that this afternoon, which was the cause of our afternoon showers today. But that's all starting to dissipate. The sun is trying to come back out for the remainder of the day as it's playing peekaboo with that area of clouds. And we are looking at those temperatures in the mid-80s right now, and we saw highs in the mid-90s today with dew points almost 70 degrees. So that humidity came on strong. No, that's no doubt why we saw those thunderstorms this afternoon. And we could see another round of showers and storms tomorrow, but that is going to be because of actual triggers in the area that could spark some showers and storms. Now let's talk about the weather for the rest of the country. We are seeing those monsoon storms down across the southwest, and those sending storms from New Mexico and Arizona into Colorado and Utah, and as far north as Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming as well. And some of that moisture is making its way into the upper Midwest and the northern plains, and then back down through the central and southern plains and into parts of the south as that moisture circulates around the periphery of our continental blocking high centered over the southwestern United States. So we will see showers and thunderstorms for the remainder of the week for those areas. That can lead to some issues with flash flooding as well. So we can see a lot of flooding and even some rounds of severe weather through parts of the Midwest and down into the South. And we can see isolated severe weather over the desert Southwest as well. We are also looking at cooling conditions across the Northeast because we have some an omega block in place, and that's going to allow for cooler air to drop down out of Canada into parts of the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. So some welcome cooling conditions for those folks. So, and we're also tracking the tropics as well. So let's move on with the rest of the forecast and take a look at our current conditions across the country. All right, so we're going to move on with the rest of our weather forecast, and here's a look at some monsoon thunderstorms that moved across the Tucson area. And as we take a look at, if I can get that to play for me, will it play for me? Come on, play for me. Okay, there we go. Check out that thunderstorm. Look at the rain shaft right there. You see that rain shaft coming over the Santa Catalina Mountains. Now, look at that. That's what I miss about the monsoons and living in Arizona. Look how beautiful that is, that rain showers. Those showers, that storm produced a lot of hail and a lot of damaging wind. So that was a pretty spectacular thunderstorm over there for the folks in the Tucson area. Let's see if we can get that to play again. Let's play it again. I'm not going to get a repeat. I'm not going to get no love. All right, here we go. There it is. And see, this is the Santa Catalina Mountains. That's Tanque Verde there in the middle. And then off the camera is the Rincon Mountains and the Mogollon Rim. And we can see that thunderstorm, that summer monsoon coming off of the rim. Now, the best thunderstorms in Tucson or Phoenix come from the north and east. They come off the Mogollon Rim and down across the valleys. that's when they get the most rainfall, the most beneficial monsoons. Those mountains really affect how intense those summer monsoons are down there across the Southwest. Now here's our current conditions across America as we take a look at our national map. This is our radar and surface features, and we have those thunderstorms. Might be able to see the little dot right there across Minnesota. That's the thunderstorms that we saw this afternoon. But we do have troughing in the area here across the Mid-South and parts of the Mid-Mississippi River Valley here through Missouri, southern Illinois, Indiana, and through parts of Kentucky. Now we have that moisture coming off that ridge of high pressure, and we're going to be seeing heavy showers and thunderstorms over this area and through flooding as well through parts of the central and southern Appalachian mountain range. That's where we're going to be seeing the most rainfall this afternoon and evening and in the days to come across the U.S. And we have monsoon thunderstorms from the desert Southwest and into the Rockies as well. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms. Flash flooding is the biggest concern with some of these thunderstorms, especially high up in the mountains. Like if you're in Rocky Mountain National Park, Mount Zion, or Grand Teton, if you're in any of the mountainous areas, and you can see those thunderstorms dump a lot of heavy rainfall over the mountains and send mud and water rushing down into the valleys below. They may not actually see any rainfall from the sky, but they certainly can fall prey to those monsoon thunderstorms. And we're also seeing a lot of showers and storms down here along the Gulf Coast and in the southeast and across the southwestern side of Florida as well, along the Gulf of Mexico. We're dealing with those showers and storms this evening. Now here's our current temperatures across America. It's hot as hell if you're in Texas. These are actual temperatures. This is not heat index. 104 for Dallas-Fort Worth. 100 down there in San Antonio. It's hot as hell. San Angelo is one of the hottest cities in the country. 107. So we're seeing those hot temperatures. And in the desert Southwest, it's 106 in Phoenix. A little bit cooler actually because of those clouds and some of those monsoon storms. So we're seeing that heat down there across the south central United States. And in the desert Southwest is where we're seeing that heat from the air temperature. But here is our heat index. And this is the temperature combined with humidity. And this is what the air feels like. It feels like 107 in Dallas-Fort Worth, 102 over there in San Antonio. But Tulsa, Oklahoma is feeling like 106 today. So very hot. But check out our Little Rock, Arkansas, 118 degrees for a heat index. That is high humidity and temperatures about 100. 118. I'm starting to think I'm tripping. Is my math wrong? Is that correct? 118. If you are in Little Rock, Arkansas, please confirm that temperature and the heat index. 118. That is, everybody in Little Rock is dead. All right, you're all dead. So we're gonna pray for you and we're gonna set your funerals up because it's so hot. That is unbearable heat there. Please take all precautions. Stay inside. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. Don't work too hard outside. Don't be out cutting the grass or anything in the middle of the day. Take it easy, okay? Because that heat down here across the south central United States is pretty oppressive. Heat index has got those temperatures in the 90s as far north as the upper Midwest, the southern Great Lakes, and into the northern plains. 93 in Minneapolis today is our current heat index, but we're seeing it very hot out there, so please be careful with those heat indexes. And our dew points is high as well. Dew points in the mid-60s in the Twin Cities today. Is 60 in Duluth, Minnesota. So high dew points with warm temperatures. You get thunderstorms often with those kinds of combinations in play. Dew points in the 70s in parts of the Central Plains. This is somewhere in Nebraska here. Probably Omaha. 72 degree dew point. 71 degrees dew point in Des Moines, 77 in Kansas City, 72 in St. Louis, 76 in Little Rock. Very warm dew points. This is ridiculous. This is not comfortable. This is not good. You add this with 100 degrees, it's going to feel like 120. Very bad, and severe thunderstorms are certainly going to be possible with these kind of conditions, and any ripple in the atmosphere, any disturbance in the upper levels can help to make a focus for severe thunderstorms that can lead to large hail. When it's hot like this, you tend to get those hailers because you get very strong updrafts. This type of weather don't produce very big tornadoes per se, but they do produce downpours and hailers. So large hail and gusty winds, straight line winds are really a problem with these kinds of conditions. And we're seeing it on the West Coast. Let's take a look at the desert Southwest. Dew point 61 in Phoenix and in Tucson. So that's certainly monsoon level dew points, because with the monsoon, we look for dew points above 55 degrees. We have dew points in the low 60s. So that is suitable to be considered monsoon criteria. So we're going to rock with that for the remainder of the day. And we know this whole time of the summer. Now we have our rainfall forecast. And this is going to be through Friday, and we're going to talk about that, where we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms around the top of that ridge of high pressure. Our ridge of high pressure over the southwest is sending moisture off of the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific, and that moisture is caught up in that flow counterclockwise, in a clockwise flow around that ridge, and it's bringing moisture over the top of the ridge of high pressure, and it's coming down through the central and southern plains and into the deep south. So Kentucky, Tennessee, down through Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, we're seeing where we're going to be picking up some heavy showers and thunderstorms and severe storms through Friday, and we're going to be seeing our heaviest rainfall amounts right here through central Missouri, where we're going to be picking up an additional 5 inches of rain, and we can also pick up another 2 to 3 inches of rain there over southwestern Nebraska. So we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms with that monsoonal influence that tap around our big ridge of high pressure. We have that Omega block, so we have a trough over the Great Lakes in the northeast, and that trough coming this way from the northwest toward the southeast is bringing that energy in to help spark those thunderstorms along that periphery of that ridge of high pressure down toward the south and west. So we have that combination that's going to lead to severe thunderstorms and very, 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 very heavy rain over the parts of the Midwest and into the South. So please be prepared. Here is our bad boy right here, our infamous ridge of high pressure. This is where it's going to be today on August 2nd, and we see our ridge of high pressure. Check out that flow around that ridge. This coming up off of the southwest here, from the southeast off the Gulf of Moisture, the Gulf of Mexico. That moisture streams across southern Texas, northern Mexico, and into the desert southwest. And it also picks up moisture off the coast of Calabaja and the Pacific, the Bay of California here. So it picks up moisture from this region, and it gets picked up and gets into this flow, sends those thunderstorms into the Four Corners, and it comes around, that gets sent around that ridge, over the top of the ridge, and into the southeast. So we're going to be seeing those showers and thunderstorms. That's what that means. So continue heat to Sunday, August the 6th. It's going to remain hot down here across the state of Texas and the South and the desert Southwest. Those summer monsoons will continue, and those thunderstorms in the Midwest, the Mid-South, and the Southern Plains will also be there and cause lots of problems. Look at those temperatures this weekend. This is going to be, I'm going to step off the camera so you can see. This is going to be those forecast highs for this weekend. El Paso, Texas, 107, 108 on Saturday and Sunday. 114, 115 for Saturday and Sunday in Phoenix. Las Vegas is going to be in the low 100s, and we're going to be seeing those temperatures in the 100s across parts of southern New Mexico, Texas as well. Dallas is going to be 106 both Saturday and Sunday. Tulsa will be 101, but cool down a few degrees on Sunday because of the increase in thunderstorms and cooler weather from the northwest, as it's going to be near our trough that's going to be dropping down through the Great Lakes and into parts of the southeast. 102 in Shreveport and 102 in Houston as well. Here is that weekend forecast that we're going to be seeing weekend into early next week. This is our Omega block, and we see where we have ridge, a high amp. This is what's called a high amplitude, a high amplitude ridge over the Pacific Northwest, and it extends. I'm gonna stand over here. Okay, so a high amplitude ridge over the Pacific Northwest and into the northern tier of the Canadian Rockies. This is all the way up near the Yukon territories. So this is a very high amplitude ridge, and that therefore creates a deep trough over the United States. So that trough is going to extend into parts of the central and southern plains, the Great Lakes, the mid-Atlantic, and into the Northeast. So the Northeast, New England, the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, the Illinois Valley, Missouri Valley, and into the upper Midwest. It's going to be seeing it cool down significantly this weekend. It's going to be nice. So you're paying the price now, but you will be rewarded later this weekend. It's going to be cooler, much better for you. Some of you might deal with some smoke. That smoke might come down from Canada, make it a little bit hazy out there again. But it will be cooler, so take solace with that. But the heat will remain across the south and the desert southwest. The heat dome will remain in place. Here is a look at those temperatures. I'm going to step off the camera again so that you can see those temperatures that we are going to be seeing across parts of the U.S. as we move into those forecast highs for Saturday, Sunday, and on your day Monday. But look how those temperatures come from those 90s and 100s down into the 80s. So we're going to be seeing it 80s and 70s. So much improved weather conditions. Definitely a drop in the humidity. So that will be good. Still going to be a little bit warm. It is summer. So, I mean, what do you expect? It's even warm up in Canada right now. So don't expect it to be in the 50s or nothing like that. It's stupid. But it will be much more comfortable than what you're dealing with now. So be happy with that. Here's what we're going to be seeing in the southwest this weekend and into the start of next week. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, still going to be hotter than the hubs of hell across the southwest and across the poor state of Texas. Texas in the south, the Gulf Coast, is taking a real beating, and that ridge of high pressure is going to continue. That troughing in the north is going to remain in place through the weekend and through Monday. So, yeah, definitely. Here is your weather forecast as we talk about this for your day tomorrow. This is your national forecast or graphical forecast. A large area of showers and thunderstorms will continue down here across parts of the Kentucky and the Tennessee valleys here. Southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, parts of Virginia, North South Carolina, North Georgia, Tennessee, the entire state of Kentucky, Tennessee, showers, severe thunderstorms, heavy rain and flash flooding, a lot of rain. It's going to be inches of rainfall. And we're also going to be seeing thunderstorms through the central plains as well, through Nebraska. Look at the thunderstorms across the Rockies. So Wyoming and Utah, Colorado is going to be dealing with those monsoon thunderstorms. Now, mind you, a lot of that rainfall is going to occur high up in the mountains, and that water is going to run down to the valley floor. So we're going to see flash flooding through the national park. So if you're in Bryce Canyon or any national park out west, please be careful because you're all at risk of severe flash flooding from some of these high altitude thunderstorms. Here is your evening on Thursday night's weather forecast. Showers and storms, some severe storms, as we have a trough making its way across the central and northern plains. So that's going to be bringing thunderstorms through South Dakota, Nebraska, eastern Wyoming, and northeastern Colorado can see heavy rain and flash flooding in those severe thunderstorms, and more showers and thunderstorms out here through the southern Ohio Valley and through parts of Appalachia. So if you are in the Appalachian mountain areas, if you are on your Thursday evening, watch for showers, thunderstorms. They can be heavy at times and lead to flooding. But we're going to be seeing cooling rain showers up here across Ontario, Canada. So Montreal and Toronto and Quebec City will see cooler conditions and some rain showers. And those rain showers will also affect parts of the U.S. So New England, so Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, upstate New York can also pick up some of those showers, maybe some thunderstorms as well. I don't expect any severe weather in the Northeast because you're going to be under that northwesterly flow for the most part. So it will be a cooler as this cold front, you see this beautiful cold front right there? That cold front is your friend, and that cold front will help cool you down for the weekend, and that front is going to drop all the way down into the Appalachians and through parts of the Mid-South as well. That's going to make a pretty good dent in that heat and through the Northeast and in parts of the Great Lakes as well. So that is your weather forecast. My name is Mr. G. Thank you for watching me today. And guys, we have went over 500 subscribers. It took me over a year. So anyway, thank you for watching me today. I will be back tomorrow night with another weather forecast for you guys as we get you closer to the weekend and we can fine tune this forecast, get things really nailed down for you, okay? And we'll also talk about the tropics as well in our next weather forecast. But until then, take care of everybody and have a good time. Bye-bye.